Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the WFSO After Dark special. What we're gonna do just mainly just talk about the Bucks schedule, and that's all we're gonna talk about. And I know there was some stuff I missed to talk about on Aftermath last night. So if I remember to talk about it, I will. So we will add that up. But anyways, let's get to the game schedule. So I did apologize for the video I sent before about them facing the 76ers for the third consecutive season, but I, I forgot that it was a home game that they had when they faced the Philadelphia 76ers on the first game of the season. So I do apologize for that. So I'm a little bit calmer for the start of the season, but and I'm a little bit calmer when it came to towards the end of the season too. That they finally get to play their last home game of the season would be their last game of the season overall. So I'm glad about that one. We'll talk about that later on. But yeah, first game Wednesday, October 23rd, 6:30 p.m. on ESPN. It will be against the 76ers. So at least they'll be, nationally televised for that game at least. Like I don't know if all the full schedules of like who's going to be televised is released yet. I'm not sure. And after like trying to watch the games here in Wisconsin, um, I thought they were still going to do rallies, but there's some like issues with the company because like I was just listening to the news like not too long ago, and they was like, yeah, Bally's did file for bankrupt. I was like, oh yeah, they did, but thought they were going to show the games, and that was part of the reason why some of the games they show on local TV for the past March and April. So that was going on, and it was very interesting for them to do that concept for showing the Bucks games on like local TV. So I won't mind if it be back on local TV, but I'm thinking probably on the end up being on WMLW if they do it this year, and plus show more games, and plus it's like the sister station to CBS 58, and plus they show like reruns of a lot of stuff anyway, so it ain't like they show like new episodes of this and that or anything like that besides the news. So hopefully, the Bucks, because the Bucks did get their rights back for the showing it on TV or whatever. So I guess it's all a matter of time just to see when they're gonna reach the deal to one of these local stations. So, anyways, besides the game on the Wednesday, October 23rd, 2 days later, their first home game of the season is on a Friday. So if y'all knew, like most of the times, like you never get like a first home game of the season be like normally it always be like on a Saturday, or when they won a championship. Of course, it was on the Tuesday because of the ring ceremony, and just like the past few years, like their home games always end up being on a Saturday. But at least this time, they got a home game on a Friday. So yeah, something different, and it's against Chicago Bulls. And I haven't been to a Chicago Bulls game yet, and I know I need to go, and may possibly be this one, or I may go to the preseason game when they face Chicago here on the October 14th. So yeah, it won't be the only time this month that they're gonna face Chicago here in Wisconsin. So the preseason schedule probably gonna be released like maybe weeks later. So we'll see about that. I know the preseason ain't gonna matter much, but we'll test out like where we're at with our roster and see how it goes. But yeah, then Sunday, October 22nd, 27th, sorry. They're in Brooklyn, facing the Brooklyn Nets. Most likely, this probably would be like local television. They probably gonna show probably the very no. It probably would be the second because they probably gonna show the very first local TV game. Probably would be when they play at home. But with October 27th, I think most likely they will probably show that on regular TV. So against Brooklyn is 5 p.m. Central, and I think the only thing that's I know some of you wrestling fans probably gonna make a little bit of a juggle, but it may work out okay because at that time, October 27th, is WWE's NXT Halloween Havoc. So that pay per view is going to be going on. But then again, since this is an early game, whoever knows, it depends how quick the game goes. It may end early. You never know. Then the next day, October 28th, Monday, they face the defending champions, Boston, and that will be on NBA TV, which most likely will be on regular TV as well. So it'll be a good test for them, the beginning of, go against Boston. I thought, it was, hey, what's going on? I thought it'd just be a little bit tough for them to face, some teams right away. I was thinking hopefully, they can get like, maybe 6-7 wins, then start facing the tougher teams. So I know I was a little bit upset about that, but I know I need to calm myself down because, I gotta believe in the team. So yeah. So that's gonna happen. Then Halloween night, 7 p.m., which also will be on NBA TV, which will probably be televised, local televised too. They'll face Memphis, the Grizzlies in Memphis. So yeah, so most of October on their season starts, they're on the road, but only have one game at home. But then again, I think there's a lot of stuff going on in October for down here at the Pfizer Forum anyway. So what more can you do? Then they return home Saturday, November 2nd. So give them like a few days break. They go against a tough. And I think Cleveland went down a little bit this year, but that's just my opinion. Although they did resign Donovan Mitchell back, but I think there were some losses that they probably did. Oh, I'm sorry for those who did just join in. We're talking about the Milwaukee Bucks schedule for the season, because the season schedule has been out today. So I'm just going to give you my take and reactions about the games. I just hope I won't get on it too long because I'm trying to make this short. And plus, what we're going to talk about is there's some things that I didn't talk about yesterday that I should have, which has something to do with the WWE and possible being here with a big event. We already know it's going to be the Royal Rumble. We just don't know exactly when. So we'll get on to that later on. Let's just get back to the schedule. Like I said, I already mentioned they face Cleveland at home for the November 2nd. November 1st, they face Cleveland again, but it's on the road, and that will be on NBA TV. So face them kind of like, in a way, it's not like back-to-back, but it's kind of like back-to-back, but like both teams get a break at least. Now, back at home, Thursday, November 7th, they go against the Utah Jazz. So it should be an interesting game with that. And back on the road the next day, they're going against the Knicks. So another, tough competition for them to test themselves on. It could be interesting. 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Like I said, it should be interesting to see how the Knicks measure up to the Bucks. So we know the Knicks got like a new look and added a lot of, some players and did lose a few. So we'll just see how that goes. Now this one is interesting. I do they facing Boston on Sunday, November 10th. I just didn't know the time. And I was thinking this was probably going to be nationally televised too, but probably not. But back back home Sunday, November 10th at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. So a lot of people will see that game. Tuesday, November 12th, another home game. So this is like two of the four home game skids that they're gonna have this season. So which is just kind of weird. Um, the NBA Cup tournament, well, not like tournament, but a little bit of a tournament starts. So East Group B, that's what the Bucks is. So at first at home, they get to face Gary Trent Jr.'s former team, Toronto Raptors. That should be an interesting game, and very interesting. Especially you got the cup on the line. But not that one, but like they had to win a certain amount to be in. The next day, in their final home game of that trip, because this one's like three home games. So November 13th, so the next day after Toronto, they face Detroit. So 7 o'clock. I think I went to one Detroit game when they face each other. So I don't know, maybe something I might go to. Who knows? A few days off, and they're on the road against Charlotte Hornets on Saturday, November 16th, 2 o'clock Central Time. So I'm kind of a little bit surprised at some of these early gains, but then again, that's kind of beneficial for me because the day before on the 15th will be WWE SmackDown will be here in Milwaukee, and I get to go home, get to relax, and also get to see this game. But I got a feeling something else is going on too. But I'm just glad it's early, so I'm happy with that. Monday, they're back home, November 18th, 7 p.m. This will be on NBA TV as well. They're going against the Houston Rockets. So I think they split the season series against each other, one game apiece. I think it was on each team won on the road, I believe. Not sure, but yeah, it'll be on NBA TV, 7 p.m. Wednesday, November 20th, they face the Chicago Bulls again. This one will be televised nationally on ESPN at 6:30 p.m. Central. So game number 3 at home. Okay. But anyways, I'm good. And how are you? I know y'all probably can't wait till tomorrow when we do the live Q&A while we watching during AEW Rampage. So some of y'all are excited for that tomorrow. Y'all get to ask me some of the craziest questions, which I know some of you guys will. But anyways, okay, the next game, November 22nd, will be the third game of their 4-game homestand. November 22nd, 6:30 p.m. Oh, this one is also televised, and plus has some NBA Cup predicaments into that one. So they go against the Indiana Pacers. So we were beaten bad by the Pacers last year, 4-1 during the season, including the Cup tournament. Oh, I'm glad you're doing okay. I'm just sorry. I'm just like a little sweaty in here and all that stuff. But anyways, got that game. Then we got their final game of the homestand, 4-game homestand. One of their 2 of 4 home game stands. They got the Charlotte Hornets. Saturday, November 23rd, 7 p.m. Here the fires are formed. Okay. Now. Oh, I'm glad you are. Thank you. um, Next televised game would be this one would be on TNT. This would be on the road. Um, okay. Chat away. Um, Anyway, Tuesday, November 26th, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. They go against Miami, but they in Miami, and this has the NBA Cup tournament predicaments going on with this one as well. So there's that one. And yeah, they have like a little bit of a long break. They're at home 2 days after Thanksgiving, Saturday, November 30th, 7 p.m. This would be kind of a twist because not only like the Wizards would be playing home at Fargo Forum, but for you guys that's watching wrestling in Wisconsin, WWE Survivor Series will be going on at this time as well. So yeah, interesting. Then the final game of the East Group B for the NBA Cup, they're on the road against the Detroit Pistons, December 3rd. That would be 6 p.m. Central Time. So got that going on. Then after that, the next day, they're back at home Wednesday, December 4th, against Atlanta Hawks. So I think we had tied season series between Atlanta and the Bucks. I think they had 2 games apiece, each one at home and each one on the road. I could be wrong about that one, but not sure. Friday, December 6th, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. This would be on ESPN. The Bucks will face the Boston Celtics. Oh, that's nice of you. Thank you. Yeah, that's why I think Cleveland like kind of went down a little bit. I agree with that. But yeah, Friday, December 6th, 6:30 p.m. Central. Bucks are in Boston against the Boston Celtics. Um, then 2 days later, Sunday, December 8th, this will be a 2:30 p.m. game. They're against the Brooklyn Nets. I think they're already going to face them on the road. I think that's the final time they face them on in Brooklyn this season. Um, then they have the tournament and stuff like that. For after that, long like a little bit over 2 weeks, I believe. That's what it seems like. Speaking of Cleveland, Friday, December 20th, after all is said and done for the NBA Cup tournament, this will be on NBA TV. They go against Cleveland Cavaliers. For the final time they go against Cleveland on the road this season. Because I think they got one more game against them at home, but don't know when. Then after that game, the next day, Saturday, December 21st, 7 p.m., Washington Wizards. Okay, now, well, this is kind of good for them in a way. So not now looking at it because the Bucks don't have no Christmas game this season, which is kind of okay. But look, Monday, December 23rd, 7 p.m. Central Time, they're in Chicago. I think, is this the final? No, I think they got one more home game or road game against Chicago. But yeah, y'all probably saw about the schedule, so I apologize. But yeah, they got Chicago Bulls Monday, December 23rd, so 2 days before Christmas. If anybody from Milwaukee want to travel to Chicago, they can probably do that and support the Bucks. Thursday, December 26th, the day after Christmas, they're at home, 7 p.m. They're against the Brooklyn Nets. I think they're the final. I think they faced Brooklyn 4 times this season already on this. Could be wrong, but yeah, they faced Brooklyn. Okay, now Saturday, December 28th, the final time that they face Chicago this season, I believe. Well, at least in Chicago. December 28th, 7 p.m. Of course, Chicago. New Year's Eve, they're in Indiana. That's a 2 o'clock game, so kind of glad it's like an early game. So yeah. Um, no New Year's Eve, no New Year's Day game, I should say, this season either. So yeah, I guess people at the Pfizer Forum can finally get a break after being drunk and all that stuff. But then again, I still know a few people that's there, and that's probably what they're going to do after they deal with the Harlem Globetrotters on New Year's Eve. I don't know why they just don't move that game into like a different date and have some people take a break on New Year's Eve. But not in control of that. It would be cool if I was. But anyways, Thursday, January 2nd, the day after New Year's, 7 p.m. They're going against the Brooklyn Nets. And I think that's the final time they face Brooklyn at home this season. Saturday, January 4th, they're at home. End of a 2-game homestand. They go against the Portland Trailblazers. So, kind of like Damian Lillard's revenge game, because both Portland won in Portland, and Milwaukee won the game against Portland in Milwaukee. So it was an even series on that one. Well, season series. So maybe Damian Lillard will spark up a game on that one. Monday, January 6th, they're on the road for like one game. Toronto Raptors. That's 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Wednesday, January 8th, they're at home against. Oh, this would be interesting. The San Antonio Spurs. Probably be one hot ticket that people may go for. So we will see. And this one will be televised on ESPN. For the first time this season, Friday, January 10th, they go against the Orlando Magic. It'll be 6 p.m. Central Time. Go against Orlando in Orlando. 2 days later, they're back in New York, facing the Knicks. The final time they be, well, I wouldn't say the final. Yeah, that probably will be the final time they'll be in New York that season, because of Brooklyn and all that stuff. So we'll see. Then back at home on Tuesday, January 14th, 7 p.m. Central Time, they go against the Sacramento Kings. And if y'all saw the game that they played, that the Kings and Bucks played in Milwaukee, it ended up going to the final buzzer. So let's just say Damian Lillard hit that final shot at the buzzer to win them the game. So, and plus then I think it was like weeks later, Kings beat the Bucks. So yeah, kind of sad on that one. Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. Neither. But they both suck. Game 2 of their homestand, January 15th, they go against the Orlando Magic. So first time they face Orlando in Milwaukee. There ain't nothing wrong with people being supportive. That's the nature of the beast. Especially if you want your YouTube channel to grow, you have to have a lot of people support you. So, no, she's not my mom, and I appreciate everybody's support on this channel, and that's all we need for each other. Like, support everybody's channel, and like we all will get somewhere where we want to go with our channels. Anyways, Friday, January 17th, Toronto Raptors. So got that game at home. Okay. This is the second of the 4 home games schedules that we have. So we only got the longest home stands that we got. 2 of them, one in November and one in January. So yeah, this is something, and I appreciate your support too. But sometimes you ask some weird questions. Sunday, January 19th, at home, they'll go against Philadelphia. So this will be an interesting game. I'm surprised this one ain't going to be televised, because I know the next one in February will be. Um, three days later, Wednesday, January 22nd, they face the New Orleans Pelicans in New Orleans. Uh, Thursday, January 23rd, they get to rush right back home, play the Miami Heat. This will be televised on TNT. So that would be interesting. Maybe a game worth going to. Okay, and for the first time and only time this season, the Bucks get to play the Los Angeles Clippers in their new arena, into Dome, which seems like the most expensive arena in the NBA, and maybe the most expensive arena overall in the United States. I don't know about the world, but I think it's the most expensive arena in the United States. So the arena is worth $2 billion. They have a lot of features and stuff like that, so that's interesting. For some news that y'all probably don't know, I don't know if I shared it with y'all already, but WWE wanted to do Survivor Series there, but I guess with scheduling conflicts and stuff like that, it didn't work out. So, sometime it'll be a Raw, SmackDown, or like maybe a big event. WWE will host an event there. So possibly could be, I don't know, maybe they'll do Elimination Chamber there or something like that. But we'll see how that goes. Second game on their road trip, Monday, January 27th. It's an 8 p.m. Central game, Central Time, I should say. They're in Utah facing the Jazz. Another revenge game for Damian Lillard on Tuesday, January 28th, 9 p.m. Central. The final time that, that Portland faced the Bucks this season. Like I said, for a revenge game for Damian Lillard, because that game in Portland, he didn't do too good. So, but this one will be televised as well on TNT. So yeah, interesting. Friday, January 31st. They're on the road for the final road game of this trip. San Antonio Spurs. So I'm surprised this ain't gonna be televised. They will probably want to see the Wemba and Giannis face off. So yeah, and I'm still stunned about San Antonio Spurs getting their Christmas game, and their record was not that good. I don't get that. I really don't. It can't be because of Chris Paul, because if they would have done that, they would have shown him in that Christmas game when he was running that Thunder team by himself and carried them to the playoffs. I don't know. It's just favoritism. But then again, it's all about money, not about the fans. For Adam Silver, sadly. Sunday, February 2nd, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. They're at home. They're facing the Memphis Grizzlies. The final time they faced Memphis this season. And this will be televised as well. It'll be on ESPN. And they're back on the road Monday, February 3rd against the Oklahoma City Thunder in Oklahoma. That should be another interesting game. Wednesday, February 5th, 6 p.m. Central Time. They're on the road again. They're going against the Hornets in Charlotte. Friday, February 7th. Sorry, I was going to say 2nd. I mean 7th. Sorry. This will be at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. They go against the Atlanta Hawks. And Sunday, February 9th. The final time the Sixers and Bucks, I think, face each other this season, I believe. So it'll be a 1 o'clock game. It will be on ABC. So for you local guys that's watching, that's from Wisconsin, it'll be Channel 12. Or if your viewing area is in the Milwaukee area. Madison and Green Bay, I'm not sure what ABC is on your station, so that I don't know. But if you do know, just post it on here and we'll figure that out. Second game of a 2-game homestand. Monday, February 10th, they go against the Golden State Warriors. So I think the first time they faced the Warriors this season, unless they might have said it might have been mentioned earlier. Anyways, this will be on NBA TV as well. Wednesday, February 12th, they're on the road against Minneapolis, against the Timberwolves, my second favorite team. So it should be an interesting matchup as well. But then again, around that time, it probably already, like the trade deadline probably already happened between, let's see if they, okay, they're not playing on the trade deadline, so that should be interesting. So who knows? They probably have a different team or something by then. Who knows? Then after the All-Star game, I might just say All-Star weekend, they're back at home, and first and final time they face the Clippers in Milwaukee. Thursday, 7 p.m. Surprised this ain't televised. Friday, February 21st. They're on the road. They're going against the Wizards in Washington, D.C. Sunday, February 23rd, 6 p.m. on Central. This will be televised as well, as the Bucks will face the Miami Heat in Milwaukee. Of course, back at home. That will be on ESPN. Tuesday, February 25th, final time the Rockets and the Bucks face each other. So, they'll be in Houston. Then they're back at home Thursday, February 27th. This will be televised. This will be on TNT. They're going against the Denver Nuggets. Then back on the road, Saturday, March 1st, they got the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas. And I don't know, is this the final time they face Atlanta? But Tuesday, March 4th, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, they're in Atlanta facing against the Hawks. And wow, very close to each other. The final, the only time the Dallas get to face Milwaukee in Milwaukee this season. So Wednesday, March 5th, that will be 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and this will be on ESPN. Interesting matchup, so too. Then Saturday at 7 p.m. back at home, they go against the Orlando Magic. Sunday, Sunday, March 9th, 6 p.m., the final time they face Cleveland at home, and I think this ends a 3-game homestand. 6 p.m. Central for that game, okay. Tuesday, March 11th, they're in Indianapolis going against the Pacers, so, today, March 11th, 6 p.m. Wow, they waited, had the Lakers game so late in the season. So Thursday, March 13th. But then again, I think it was around this time last season too, on March. So Thursday, March 13th against the Lakers in Milwaukee on TNT. Saturday, March 15th, 7 p.m. I think this is the final time they face the Pacers, I believe. But this will be a home game, and another home game Sunday, March 15th, 8 p.m. Central Time. This will also be on ESPN when the Bucks go against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Tuesday, March 18th, start their West Coast trip. Seems like that's normal for the Bucks. They go against the Los Angeles Lakers. And that will be on NBA TV, if I didn't mention that. Another game that will be on NBA TV as well, Thursday, March 20th, the Bucks and the Warriors. So, final time these two teams meet this season. So, we get to see how they do without Klay Thompson. We'll see. Another game that's going to be on NBA TV, Bucks versus the Kings in Sacramento. That will be 9 p.m. Central Time. Monday, March 24th, 9 p.m. Central Time, also on NBA TV. Bucks versus the Suns in Phoenix. Interesting matchup. Then the final time Bucks and Nuggets face each other this season, well, it'll be the final game for that road trip that they got, the West Coast road trip. 8 p.m. Central Time, they go against the Nuggets. Oh, okay, they do got New York again. So Friday, March 28th at home, they got the Knicks. Sunday, March 30th at home, 6 p.m. they go against the Atlanta Hawks. Tuesday, April 1st, they're at home again. 7 p.m. Central Time, they're going against Phoenix Suns. Okay, now this is the final time the Bucks and Sixers face off this season. It's Thursday, April 3rd. That will be on TNT. So Bucks and Sixers in Philadelphia. Final time they face the Miami Heat this season. Saturday, April 5th, 7 p.m. Central. Of course, in Miami. Yeah, I may be interested in going in this game. On Tuesday, April 8th, 7 p.m. is the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're at home for that one. Wednesday, April 9th, they got the New Orleans Pelicans at home. Okay, then we got their final road game of the season. Friday, April 11th, 6 p.m. Central Time, they got the Detroit Pistons in Detroit. Then, of course, their final home game of the season and final game of the season, thank God they did that. So they're back in my books for that. But I'm sorry, but this is kind of like a hideous schedule. Now, I know I wouldn't say like hideous or anything like that, but it is. It's like they really don't have a long homestand. Oh, sorry. Like some of these other teams are. So that's what I'm upset about. So, of course, the final home games, the final game of the season as well. Sunday, April 13th, noon, Central Time, Detroit Pistons. So, anyways, that's it for the schedule. We will talk about the preseason schedule when it's released. We already know one game that's going to be on the preseason. That's October 14th. Bucks against the Bulls in Fires of Forum. That's the only one we know so far, and hopefully, they post more in weeks to come, and probably we know more televised stuff like local TV. So hopefully we find that out in the coming weeks as well. But what do y'all think about this schedule? If y'all like some Bucks fans, so y'all think I was right for saying what games you going to? I'm gonna try to at least go to the first home game of the season and the last home game of the season. Although I didn't get to go to the first home game of the season last year, I ended up going to the last home game of the season. But hopefully I'm going to end up doing both. As for like other games, I know the Minnesota one I want to go to. Oh, okay. I might go to one of these the season tournament or the in-season tournament. I don't know why they now just calling it the NBA Cup, but that's just me. I may go to that Toronto game just to see Gary Trent Jr. go against his former team. I don't know, like going to the games now is going to end up being like last minute decisions from like a week before would be, but I'm definitely know I'm going to try to go to the first home game of the season and the last home game of the season. And I know at least going to, oh yeah, that'll be a Bulls game too, the first home game of the season. So that'll be two things I'll kill off my bucket list. Well, it mainly just depends on price as well, so we'll see how it goes. But guys, let me know what y'all think about the schedule. Y'all favor the schedule, or you're like me, kind of like not liking it, but just wherever. Oh yeah, that's the truth. first home games are always a good time for fans. That's the truth right there. Um, but yeah, for you guys that's watching the pre-recorded, y'all comment below, what y'all think about these games, and I think it only seems like they only faced Boston like only 3 times, like 2 in Boston and 1 here. So that might have been it, but I don't know, because I know there's a few teams they're going to face at least 3 times in the East. So yeah, that's that scenario. But like I said, comment below what y'all think about this. Thank you guys for the support on Twitch. Please follow us on Twitch. Try to do live videos whenever you get an opportunity to, or when the opportunity presents itself. So do that. So thank you guys for support, and also for you guys on YouTube. Thanks for the likes that I see so far, and appreciate y'all support and the loyal subscribers. Thank you for your support. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It always helps, because y'all really been helping me with the channel lately, so I appreciate it. So yeah, the last live, it was like a lot of views on that one, but we'll get into that one at another time. But anyways, thank our sponsors, Art from the Heart and not Moving Dudes, but the Toy Dimension. So want more information about these 2 sponsors, check out the website, wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. Tell you upcoming events that's going on in the Midwest, and for like wrestling wise, and try to post more like Buck stuff. So get a chance, check that out. Yeah, let me get out of here, and I appreciate y'all for watching. Like I said, one more thing. This was from the missus that told me about a situation with WWE and them being here in Milwaukee. So they was here this past Monday, and I guess they was measuring the American Family Field, because we know that Milwaukee is gonna begin a Royal Rumble, but it's just a matter of when. Because the earliest they saying that we probably would get it is 2026, and that's when they're probably finally done with the renderings of finalizing the winterizing the arena. So I know they're gonna start working on that as soon as the postseason for the Brewers is over. They're gonna start working on that, and they'll be working through it all the way through the end of next season. So probably starting January, they'll start doing like indoor concerts and stuff at the American Family Field, and plus they're giving out these fan surveys. It's like what you want to see done around around the American Family Field, and also what like seating wise, what you want to see happen. But they're planning on maybe doing a district like the Deer District. So that's a pretty cool idea, and I think most of us been saying that all along, that they should have did that in the first place. But they was so much worried about people want to tailgate, and we don't want to ruin that for them. Half of people probably ain't gonna be thinking about tailgating when they're at the bar or something in that area for watching Brewers games, or either have like a big screen TV they're gonna plan on doing and watch the game outside. So I wouldn't even worry about tailgating that much. There's still gonna be parking spots and places in the area that you can tailgate. So that shouldn't even be like a big concern right now. The big concern is trying to like draw more revenue for an empty, I wouldn't say like empty field. Like it's not like empty during the like Brewers games, but anything else, there's really nothing going on between after the playoffs and when the season starts, like in late March or early April. There's really ain't nothing going on. Like they have like these year-round places like the X Golf or the Lightning Cougars barrel area. They got that like all year round. Like you can go eat there and stuff like that. Or with X Golf, you can eat there and play golf too. And plus, they got their Brewers team store that's open all year round. But it's harder for people who don't have a car to get there, because we don't have like a bus line that goes straight there, was something that they need to work on, and I did pitch that out for the mayor, the county executive, and the MCTS bus station here. So I pointed that out, and the MCTS and the mayor are going to look into it. I haven't heard anything back from the county executive yet, so we'll see how that goes. But so yeah, the interesting news that we're going to get the Royal Rumble, but it's going to be a matter of what year. I'm hoping it's 2026. That's what we're hoping for. So we're just going to wait for news to come out for that one and just see from there. Once again, thanks for y'all for watching. Love you guys. And until the next video, which will be tomorrow, I will do a live Q&A. Now I know some of y'all are going to like ask like some of the crazy questions. It could be about, you know, wrestling. It could be about Milwaukee Bucks basketball in general. It could be even about, you know, comic book movies. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about on this channel. So if y'all interested in talking about like comic book movies and stuff like that, let me know. Probably a few other things too. Maybe like a little bit of football, or just mainly like any sport, or just, I know some people are going to ask personal questions, but ask away. But anyways, let me get out of here. Thank you guys for watching again. Until the next video, you guys have a good night. Or if you're pre-recording watching this, have a good one. So, oh yeah, that's an interesting question. So I just caught off on Twitch, so I apologize about that. But let's see. I've been to so many concerts in my late teens, early 20s, like, and plus I used to work when it was the Bradley Center at the time, so I get to see like a lot of concerts there. And yeah, I've just been seeing a lot of concerts in my teens and early 20s. Who I would like to see though, maybe something like can't be Daft Punk, because they'll never come here, and plus they're separated. Well, they split up, I would say. I know Crystal Memphis is going to be in town soon. I know I might not be able to see that because a lot of stuff is going on. So the concert I would like to see here will be like an Eminem concert. Like the only time he was here in Milwaukee was at the Rave, and I didn't get to see that show because I had to work at the time. So yeah. No, I'm not Kanye. The hell with that dude. But anyways, until the next video, y'all get to ask me these crazy questions and stuff tomorrow. Same time, 9 p.m. Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and also on Twitch. So until then, y'all have a good one.